Hello there and welcome back to the channel. Today I've come out to my local town of Bewdley. I've left Betsy in the house because she would be an absolute menace by the road here. And I've come down to have a look at the work that they're doing for the flood defences, which I'll turn you around. They're going to be putting barriers in here just to stop the water going underneath the bridge and the road to flood those houses over there. And they're continuing farther down Stourport Road. So I plan to take about another 18 months, I think. So the traffic situation is hectic round here, the one-way system on the bridge. But tonight I'm going to try and I've come out to try and get a couple of long exposures. I'm going to turn you around. I wanted a long exposure with the clouds looking up the town, as you can see. We have no clouds. Can you believe it, eh? So there's just two shots really I want. I'm going to get a shot looking up the town, and I'm going to get a shot looking down Seven Sides South, north, south. So yeah, I'm just waiting for the ambulance down there to go, so I'll look for the lights in the shot. And yeah, join me in a bit. I'll get set up and I'll talk you through what I'm doing. So, as you can see, we have these barriers down here, which is in the shot. I've brought the 16 to 35mm with me, and even at 35mm I've still got these barriers in the photograph. So I think what I'm going to do is I will take the shot and I'll cut out as much as I can off the bottom, which is going to give me a bit more sky, I know, which there's nothing there at all, it's just blue. There's some beautiful clouds behind us, look at this. And nothing where I want it. So tonight is going to be another failure. Come out for sunset and what happens? Either you get a cloud, block the sun, or as today, no cloud. So it is what it is. I will do a long exposure here just to try and smooth the water out a bit. As you can see, it is up and it's flowing quite strong. There's currents, there's back currents and everything here. So I'll do a long exposure just to try and smooth that a bit, and if again any cars come or people walking past, having a long exposure it will cut them out. The way I do it, but for this I'm going to use a 10-stop filter, and I use the Leaf Filters app, which you can get on your phone. Just go into Play Store and you can get it. And what I tend to do, I shoot in aperture mode for these, and what you do, you get your settings dialed in, and whatever your settings are, you go into the app, put the settings in, and it will tell you how long with a 10-stop filter. Really good app it is, the Leaf Filters app. Nissy do one as well, which is also just as good. But yeah, it's great for getting long exposure. Big tip for you with long exposure, don't forget to cover your eyepiece so that you don't get any light getting in. I tend to carry little bits of tape with me that I just put a piece of tape over just to stop the light getting in. So yeah, I am keeping my fingers crossed that we may get some cloud come up on the horizon, but it's not looking good, to be honest. All the cloud is behind me, it's really dark behind, it looks beautiful, it does. Just look at that up there, it looks absolutely fantastic. So yeah, let me show you the back of the camera what I'm going to do before I put the filters on, and because once I put the filter on you will not see the back of the screen. So I'll get the composition lined up for you and show you what I'm doing. Should be pretty nice, it should be pretty nice. So I have just overexposed this, and probably 2 stops overexposed. As you can see, we have got the barriers, but I'm going to shoot it as a 4x2, as a 3x2. And I'll crop it as a 4x8. May do 4x5, don't know yet. Just literally just to cut off the bottom of the frame there, and a little bit of sky as well. So it should look okay. I am currently at 35mm, and the focus for this is just going to be on the bridge there. The focus in. The settings for this, let me just get the exposure down. Because we are backlit with the sun setting literally just over there, this is dark, and I'm going to expose just, so I got some detail here, and the settings are ISO 100, f11, and that's giving me a 15th of a second. I'll get the app out and I'll talk you through what kind of exposure time that gives me in the Leaf Filters app. But the thing to remember is it's now dropped down to 13th of a second. It will start to get darker as the sun goes down, so I may even try this for about 10th of a second, because it is going to be getting darker and darker as we're talking here. So let me just get the app out and I'll talk you through the settings. So the Leaf Filters app at a 10th of a second is giving me 1 minute and 40 seconds. I have just set it up on bulb and set the bulb timer to 1 minute and 40 seconds. And I have pressed the shutter button. We've got a 2-second timer on, so there's no shake. Because with long exposure you want very, very little shake or nothing at all if you can. Hence the tripod and 2-second timer. So we're going to use this as a starting point and then see if we need to go a little bit longer to make it brighter, or even, indeed, if it is too bright, we may need to come a little bit shorter to make it a bit darker. But we have got an ambulance over the other side of the river, and I want you to do a nice long exposure looking down that side. It does look brilliant over there, it does. There's a van just drove past me, absolutely stinks of weed. I do love the smell, so don't smoke, so I don't drive the stuff, but I do like the smell of it. It stinks here now, I tell you. But I am hoping that the ambulance is going to go shortly, because I don't want that in the scene if I can help it. It could be a big distraction there in the scene. I want to look at this image when it comes out, when it turns out, and if it is any good, I'll put it on for you right now. So what do you think? The water looks beautiful, the sky is just dreadful. I'll turn you around. There's nothing in the sky at all. Train coming into the station, with the Severn Valley coming into Bewdley station. Love the sound of the whistle, love the smell of the coal burning. It's a fantastic asset that is to this area. I'm now going to move up onto the bridge and get set up. Sunset is in, I think, 25 minutes. There is just a little bit of orange coming in that cloud there. Don't think it's going to be in the shot. But what I need first is ambulance to go anyway. But I can't believe the cloud has completely gone from the west. Such a shame, that is, such a shame. It was looking really good earlier. Even the drive down here, it was looking brilliant. And so the clouds behind just look fantastic. You can see a bit of light in the trees, and it is dark grey. Looks beautiful. So, whereas I thought the cloud was coming from the west to the east, that way, it is actually coming from the east towards the west. And all this beautiful cloud is actually coming over. So, as you can see, there is little bits of orange coming now. I think we've probably got about 10 minutes before sunset. So, I'm hoping that this is going to come across and be over the river when it goes orange. So, could be pretty nice. I'm also going to hang on just for a blue hour, unless we get fantastic colour, which we could well do, to be honest. It is just starting to go now. I really wish that was down here now. That looks fantastic, that does. The ambulance is still here. I'm currently doing a couple of long exposure black and whites. They do look quite nice as well, to be honest. And I think it'll be even better when the cloud comes across I'm currently on 1 minute and 50 seconds with the exposure, because it is getting a little bit darker now. I've just lengthened it out a touch. But hopefully, as that cloud comes over, you should get more motion blur in the sky, and it should look really nice. I'll put a black and white on for you now, just to have a look at, while I'm waiting for the cloud to come across. Drop me a comment, let me know your thoughts on the black and white image. I like it. So, what do you think of the black and white? Looks pretty good, eh? The biggest tip I could give you with long exposure photography is to make sure that you cover the eyepiece with a bit of tape. And what I tend to do, I've got half a roll of insulation tape in my camera bag, and what I also do is, in my little pouch for my filters, I've got a little bit of pencil with loads of little bits. A minute. Loads of little bits of black insulation tape, just cut to the length of the eyepiece, and it is just to stop light coming in through the back of the camera. It can absolutely wreck your images really bad. So big tip with long exposure photography: insulation tape or something to put over the eyepiece on the back of the camera. Well, we have now reached sunset, so the cloud, as it's coming across, it is dissipating, and on the photographs it is just on the left hand side of the image and not on the right. It's a shame really, but it is what it is, and you can't magic it over, so I'll take it. I'm just going to hang out just a little bit now. We will go into blue hour pretty quick because we are looking east. I don't know if you can pick it up on the GoPro, but there is some nice pink, pastel pink, coming right in the distance now. Don't know how I'm going to get on with this with a 10-stop filter, because you do get a blue cast with the filters, so I may lose that pink. I'm hoping not to, but I may. But yeah, I'm going to get a couple of blue hour shots. Just going to hang on for like 5-10 minutes, that's all, and yeah, that's what we can do. The ambulance still hasn't gone, as you can see, so I could clear it out. I don't think I'm going to be bothered, to be honest. I think I probably will just leave it in. On the black and white images you can't tell there's an ambulance because of the colour. On the colour photos you will. So see how I feel when I come to edit the photos. But just look at that for a scene. Absolutely beautiful. Lovely town Bewdley is. Lovely. It's a bit of a mess down here now where I'm doing all the flood defences, but they do need doing because it's him going the wrong way on the bridge. BT62 MZJ. It's a one-way system on the bridge and he's just come the wrong way. Oh my God. What on earth are they doing? Crazy, crazy. Stopped all the traffic down there now. Absolutely oblivious to the one-way sign. Crazy, absolutely crazy. So I'm going to get a couple of shots and let's see what happens with them, with the blue hour. I'm hoping I'm going to get the pink. I want that pink if I can. Even if I had to take the 10-stop filter off and just get a normal shot, I think I want the pink. But blue hour next. I have now just set the exposure, because it's getting dark now, to 5 minutes with a 10-stopper on. And I've just done a black and white at 5 minutes and it looks beautiful. A little bit dark still, but I'm hoping I can retrieve this in Photoshop I am now doing a long exposure in colour. Hopefully as well to catch a bit of pink in the sky. I want the motion blur on the water, I want the motion blur in the sky, and hopefully it'll look pretty good. While I'm waiting for this, I'm going to pack everything up and I'm going to get ready to go. I think a bag of chips is calling for my tea on the way home, so there is another ambulance coming as well. So I've now got 2 ambulances in the shot, so not to worry, not to worry. The blue lights are going to blow out, but so's law. Yeah, please check out the links below in the description. There's also links at the bottom of the description to all my social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. If you fancy adding me on there, please do. I do post photographs on social media. I put links to a couple of videos. On Facebook, I do occasionally put on where I'm going next and when to the photographs. So if you do watch it, and you fancy coming to join me one day for a quick couple of photographs, drop me a message and I'll meet you there wherever I'm going. But yeah, please subscribe. We'll do it all again next week. Hit the little notification bell so you get notified of all the other videos that I put on. It helps the algorithm as well with YouTube. It's a nightmare, the algorithm is. I'll put all these photographs on for you now, and until next time, take it easy and enjoy.